Hello, class. This is Frank Natividad, and today I will be presenting the learning theory I selected, constructivism, for our class assignment in managing the student-centered classroom with our course instructor, Dr. Stacy Duncan, for our class TED 5302. Jean Piaget is regarded as the founder of the constructivist learning theory. As a future mathematics teacher, I chose to research a current mathematician who practices the constructivist learning theory. His name is Dr. Douglas H. Clemens. What is constructivism and what are their ideas? Constructivism is learning that is done by students as they take their prior knowledge and experiences and construct new knowledge and understanding by experiencing things and reflecting on those things. What is the historical context of the theory? Jean Piaget has two major constructive principles that state knowledge is actively constructed by the learner, and two, learning is a process of organizing and adapting to the world as experienced by the learner. Similarly, Douglas H. Clemens has adopted Piaget's foundation, similar to constructivism, not only in adopting the previously mentioned principles, but also that a student's cognitive development comes from playing and exploration. Previous psychologists dismissed the importance of children's play, exploration, and ability to learn through exploration. Clemens also believes that knowledge comes as children experience the challenge of solving problems. How does the theory come to the place it holds in the learning theory continuum? Dr. Douglas H. Clemens states that constructivism is more about learning than teaching and connecting the information that the students already possess. It is more important than force feeding them information or through rote learning. Learning occurs when students are able to make connections in their ideas and incorporate them into their current knowledge. Students suffer and fall under the weight of constant raining of rote memorization as they are not allowed to make conceptual connections. Here's a brief publication list. The publications that derive from Jean or that come from Jean Piaget are the ones listed in yellow. The ones from Dr. Clemens, the most significant ones are that relate to constructivism are the ones listed in red. What is the synthesis of perspective? Here are the most significant points of constructivism as espoused by Dr. Clemens in relation to a student-centered classroom. Dr. Clemens mentions that knowledge is actively created or invented by the child, not passively received from the environment. In other words, a student-centered environment best increases learning for the child. Children create new mathematical knowledge by reflecting on their physical and mental actions. Ideas are constructed or made meaningful when children integrate them into their existing structures of knowledge. Individual interpretations of the world exist and are shaped by experiences and social interactions. Thus, learning mathematics should be thought of as a process of adapting to and organizing one's quantitative world through social means, which is a tenet of constructivism. But let's take a small example. Let's look at the number 3. How does a child conceptualize a number? The number by itself cannot be construed by the student's senses. Rather, the quantity of the number and the number itself becomes a relation between sets of objects. In spite of a teacher who may introduce that number 3, the actual number is conceived through the student's own thoughts and social discourse, which is constructivism. What are the instructional problems addressed through this theory? Using constructivism, even at young ages, students are able to develop mathematical structures that are more complex, abstract, and powerful than the ones they currently possess, so that they are increasingly capable of solving a wide variety of meaningful problems. Through constructivism, students become autonomous and self-motivated in their mathematical activities. Students begin to learn and believe that mathematics is a way and means of thinking about problems, not just in mathematics, but in life. There are instructional problems that are not addressed through this theory. The constructivist learning theory that was aforementioned does not mention the need for cultural relevant pedagogy. As Paris mentions, the need to make teaching relevant and responsive to languages, literacies, and cultural practices of difference and inequalities is vital. However, this is not addressed through constructivism. Another problem that is not addressed through this theory is that it does not address the zero tolerance, misappropriated discipline as it relates to a poor curriculum design, which is also indirectly related to a school to prison pipeline. And last slide, these are the references that were used in the research for this learning theory. Thank you for listening. Have a Merry Christmas and God bless you all.